Hey, I'm Chip Foose, and you're watching Hot Rod Madness.
Hot Rod Madness, where every car has a story. If you love rat rods, street rods, American classic muscle, even the unusual, including those ground-pounding, tire-smoking street machines, we got them. Fire them up, Hot Rod Madness style, with your host, Tim the Milkman, along with the Hot Rod Madness crew. Welcome to Hot Rod Madness. Let's travel with the HRM crew to Year One Muscle Car Parts in Braselton, Georgia, as Year One and the Hot Rodders Children Charity teams up with automotive legend and TV star Chip Foose for a very special car show. It's the Braselton Bash.
Pat, how are you, sir?
Great, good to see you. Appreciate
right,
you guys
sir.
coming out today.
Year One, man, thanks for having Hot Rod Madness out here today, man. I've had a blast with the people out here in the cars. Sir, how about some history on the event today, man?
Wonderful.
How long has it been running?
We've been doing this 12 years. Every September, the third Saturday, we do this special event called the Hot Rodders Children's Charity, which is our 501c3 charity that we raise dollars. And the third Saturday in September is always our Braselton Bash Chip Foose weekend. That Chip Foose from Overhauling, and many people know him from many different TV shows, comes out here, spends his weekends with us to help raise dollars for our Hot Rodders Children's Charity. And then a large portion of the dollars that we raise goes to a special cause called Progeria. And that's the Progeria Research Foundation. And we also have representatives from them that are here with us this weekend.
Glenn, how are you, man?
Super, Tim, the milkman. How's it going, buddy?
Dude, it's going great with me. I'm at a car show.
Beautiful day, too, isn't it?
Year One. What a bash, right?
It's awesome, and it's all for charity is the main thing, right?
Yes, it is.
So anytime we can help the kids,
Yeah.
we're here.
All right.
Yeah.
Thank you for that, sir.
You're
we
welcome.
honor you. And I'm also going to honor you for the build here.
Thank you.
Wow. What
Thank
year are
you.
we looking at here?
It's a 1936 Ford Roadster.
Okay.
Pretty rare automobile. We found it in a barn in Connecticut about 2.5 years ago.
Wow.
A friend of mine came to me and he said, Glenn, I want to build one of these, and I want the Garage Mahal to do it.
How about that?
And so 2.5 years ago, we set out to find this car. We found it, and here's what you see.
Okay. So we're looking at an all-metal body?
All steel.
Okay.
The only thing that is not original are the running boards.
Okay.
The rest of them now has a lot of metal work in it, but we did keep all the original metal.
Gotcha. Okay.
Yep.
The frame, that's all original or
Nope,
modified?
that's a Fat Man Fabrications frame.
Gotcha.
Yep, all custom underneath it,
Yes, sir.
4-bar,
And then-
9-inch Mosier rear end,
Right.
Mustang front end.
That's why the stance is so right
That's
on
why
it. Look
it's
at that thing.
Yeah,
man.
even Chip said that today. He said that thing has the stance.
It does, man. That thing sits great.
And it rides like a Cadillac.
Really?
Yeah, Fat Man did a great job on that.
All right, cool.
Yeah.
Very nice build.
Thank you, thank
And
you.
you know it's got to be real slick and smooth to put black on it, of course. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, we spent a few weeks
Roadster.
just blocking it out.
I bet. It is smooth.
Yeah.
And the power plant?
That is an Edelbrock 383 crate motor.
Yeah? Okay, let's look at it.
yeah.
Come here. Check this out.
That's their latest ProFlow 3 fuel injection motor.
Okay.
Putting out 385 horse, about
right.
400 foot-pounds of torque.
Ooh, that'll tote that Mullins trailer really nice, won't it?
Runs really smooth. It
Yeah,
runs
buddy.
great. I love the self-learning computer on it. Every time you start it up,
Yep.
it checks the atmosphere, gives it the
Nice.
correct amount of air and fuel
Very
each
nice.
time.
Yes,
Yeah, it's
sir.
a great setup.
That's one sweet ride,
Yeah.
sir. Oh, yeah, man. When you hit the highway in this baby, man.
It's ready to roll.
You're going to turn heads, and what a smooth ride you're going to get doing it.
It's what it's all about. It was built to drive. John said
Yeah.
after we're done showing it,
Yeah.
we want to drive
You're
it.
going to go enjoy it.
Yep, so last November, my friends at McGuire's invited us out to SEMA.
Oh, man.
We
yeah.
took it to SEMA,
Yeah.
where we got a top 5 Roadster award.
Okay.
Yeah.
Super sweet.
Yep. And then about 3 weeks
Wonderful.
ago, we took it up to Louisville to the Street Rod Nationals and
Yeah.
at the Builders Challenge.
Gotcha.
Got in top 5 Builder of the Year.
Yeah.
So
How are you going to top that now, man? What are you going to do?
I'm going to build you one, Tim.
Oh gosh, I wish.
Yeah, man.
I wish.
We're going to get somebody watching this going to donate the money.
Okay, all right.
And we'll build it.
Okay.
And it'll be your ride.
Okay, I'm dreaming.
Yeah,
you got me going here.
And then we'll sell it. We'll raffle it off here in a couple of years for the
Okay.
charity.
All right, we got to sell it.
Yeah, damn it.
Oh, man.
Doggone it.
Yep.
But the hardest part, we got to find somebody out there that wants to give us a couple of $100,000.
Hey, that should be easy, right, viewers?
Well, right there's the first one. That's Dollar Bill.
Dollar Bill. His pockets are not loaded.
No. Dang it.
What you got for interior in this thing, and who did it?
We got a combination. CJ Interiors did the seats. Jimmy Strickland out of Maryville, Tennessee.
Okay.
And then we finished the interior up over at another friend's house up there in Maryville, Tennessee.
Yeah, let's pop a door. Check this out.
Is
Nice. Okay.
George Jago did the door panels and the roof.
Okay.
Yeah, and we decided to just do red seats and not overdo the red. Trying to keep it more black. As you can see, the engine was black and everything's blacked out. But we wanted a little red, so we said, let's do the seats in red, not the whole interior.
Okay. It does make the seat pop.
It does.
Plus the rumble seat.
And the rumble seat pops out, too.
Yes, it does. It makes the whole thing just pop. There you go. And where do you come across a Mullins trailer nowadays? Where do you find those things?
I didn't find it. The owner of the car found it down here in Georgia, believe it or not. Yep,
Okay.
down by Athens. He found this a couple of years ago, and he said, Glenn, we're going to put this behind the car, so build it.
So slick it up.
Slick it up.
Because it is just as slick as the car is.
Yeah, and we actually have real Mullins hubcaps on there.
Yeah, that's the first thing I noticed when
Yeah.
you were in line up there earlier.
Yeah.
I saw you pulling up in this rig, and I'm going, wow.
John found a set of the Mullins hubcaps. He bought them off of eBay for some ungodly amount of money, but they were rough. So we cut out the stamped logo that was on the original. They were brass stamped. So we cut out that original cap, and we molded them onto a new cap. We spray chromed them and painted them, and it's a brand new Mullins hubcap.
Because where else are you going to find them?
Well, they're impossible to find, and we actually have some.
When I saw them, I'm going, what?
Who reproduces those?
You got to be kidding. Somebody makes those? Oh, man, fantastic build.
We love working on the hard stuff, man.
You definitely have hot rod madness, sir.
I do.
Thanks for showing your ride here today, man.
Tim, thank you, buddy, and have a great day at the show today.
Gorgeous rig, dude.
Thank you, Dollar Bill.
All right, sir.
See you, buddy.
Gary, how are you, sir?
Hey, I'm doing great. How are you today?
All right, Leanne? Yeah. All right. Brought your hot rod lady with you today to Year One Car Show.
I sure did.
Yeah, all
That's
right.
right.
How many years you two been tooling around in the old Camaro?
Well, been about 4 years on this build.
Okay.
We've been married nearly 40.
All right.
Yeah.
Okay, I understand you got quite a hot rod shop to be building these things in, right?
We do.
All
We do.
right.
Yeah, it's over in Alpharetta, not far from here.
Okay. All right, and the name of it would be?
American V8.
American V8.
Yeah, American V8 Classics is what we call it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so I'd imagine you got a pretty good power plant in this thing. Not only is this thing, wow, I'm looking at the paint on this thing, man. There's some kind of metal flake going on here. The orange stripes are just popping in the sun like that, man. What do you call that?
Well, this is a PPG OSA orange.
Okay.
With a pearl in it. It's a 3-stage.
Yeah.
And then we use the white is an Arctic white, and then we use the same pearl that comes for the OSA orange on the white.
Okay.
So it gives that illusion that the white also has the orange and the gold in it.
Yeah.
And then
that's pretty cool.
the stripes are actually polished aluminum.
Wow.
The hood and the fenders and the header panel, the trunk lid and the spoiler are all aluminum. So we polished out the stripe first.
Okay.
Taped off the stripe. Painted it, pulled the tape off, and we got the polished stripes.
Wow.
It kind of looks like, a lot of people think it's chrome paint.
Yeah, you can't tell all that from a distance or anything. Even up close, you can't tell it.
Yeah.
There's a lot that went into the paint job on that.
There's a lot to it. And the bumpers are aluminum also. They're chrome, but they're chrome plated aluminum. And the extra weight savings from the aluminum is able to get a 50-50 weight distribution on this car.
Nice. Okay.
The front wheels is balanced real well.
Nice.
It's real well.
And wait a minute. That's a 854 stamped under the SS.
Yeah,
You made a mistake, didn't you?
No, that's the only one Chevy ever made.
Really?
Yeah, it's the only one.
Oh, okay. Well, let me get you to do this now.
It's a prototype. It's a prototype.
Yeah.
They never quite finished it. We picked it up and finished it out.
Gotcha. Okay. Pop the hood on this,
All
man.
right,
Let's see what is an 854 exactly. It's got to be a big old motor.
854 is 2 times 427.
No, that's just a reflection in the firewall, right?
No, that's not a reflection. It's actually a second motor under there.
Wow.
The front engine is a 427 LS7.
Okay.
And it's got 600 horsepower. The back engine is LS7 427.
Yeah.
It's got 603 horsepower.
Golly.
So we call them twin engines because they dynoed out almost exactly
Wait a
the
minute.
same.
And you had to go and put nitrous on it too?
Well, you know, that's
Not enough power? What are you doing here?
Well, you just never know.
That is insane, sir.
Each engine dynoed out at 600 horsepower.
You know,
So with the NOS, it was a total of 1,500 horsepower.
Wow, how about that?
Yep.
Now, have you opened this thing up at all on the highway? Have you got on it pretty good?
Only once. Been able to dyno it a few times.
Yeah.
The problem with driving it on the highway, I got about 140 miles on the road now.
Okay.
But the problem when driving on the road is a person way up in front of you. You catch up to them really fast.
Catch up to them real quick.
Yeah,
don't
real
you?
quick. So.
Wow.
So, but we're going to do some more testing on it
And-
on the drag strip in the future.
And
but right now we're not.
this is a sample of what your technicians at your shop can do, right?
Yeah, we've got a couple of other Camaros right now.
Yeah?
We do got a Hearst Edition '69 Camaro that's got an LS7 in it and a 6-speed. It's just
Okay.
got one engine.
All right. Well, let's take. I got a peek at the interior because
Okay.
I'm going. You cut the firewall out so deep, man, in this thing. How do you fit the driver and the passenger in it? I mean, you had to move the pedals, so you know there's only so much space in that floorboard in there,
That's
right?
right. That's right. We did move the dash back 3 inches.
3 inches.
And the other thing we did was we put the radiator in front of the core support. So instead of the radiator,
yeah,
it's normally
with-
behind it.
Gotcha.
We have a total of 11 fans.
Okay.
There's 6 fans behind the radiator, 2 in front, 1 under the hood that pulls the hot air out, and then
Yeah.
2 in the back for the transmission coolers.
Okay.
And
Yeah.
so-
Now,
and we have 2 alternators, 265 amp alternators, running at 16 volts each in order to provide all the electrical power we need for it.
Jeez, man, what creativity going on here?
Thank you.
That's awesome, dude.
Thank you.
Yes, sir. Very, very sweet build, man. Okay. Now, pop a door. Let's look at that interior. Let's check it out. Okay, so do you feel awkward driving it because you got to, your feet are in a different position trying to drive it, right?
Yeah, not really. It's
Yeah.
it's a left foot brake car.
Yeah.
You have to be able to brake with your left foot because there's not room.
Yeah.
And that was another thing is there wasn't any way we could build it as a manual shift car.
Right.
One,
yeah.
there wasn't room for a clutch pedal,
Yeah.
and then second, for the power that we generated, the automatic was necessary.
And you got the big nitrous bottles back there behind you.
We do.
You can reach right behind you, turn the valve on, and
Yeah.
hit it if you need
You
to,
did-
right?
Yeah, hadn't needed to yet, but boy, we're ready.
Man, you might have to make this thing four-wheel drive next or something, because you only got 2 wheels back here with all that power on them, right?
Yeah, we were able to put some pretty large tires on
Yeah.
it. We got 12 by 20 wheels,
Okay.
American racing wheels, and
Wow.
we got 15 gauges that we had to have in there, 4 for the front engine, 4 for the back engine, and then all the other gauges,
Well,
a
lots
couple
of-
for the nitrous.
Like an airplane cockpit in there. You got all these gauges to monitor and keep up with this and that. But it's LS power, so it's probably, I'm guessing, quite dependable.
It is very.
Yeah.
We got last week had it at the Holly LS Fest,
Okay.
and had to drive it from one racetrack to the other.
Yeah.
And was sitting in traffic for about an hour.
Wow.
And it is kept cool, kept
No big
good.
deal, right?
Yeah, no big
Okay.
deal. Yeah.
All right, one other question before I go. In between those motors, you had to come up with some way to connect them and hook them up, man. What you got going on there?
Well, basically, there's a coupling mechanism that goes between the flywheel of the front motor and the harmonic balancer of the second motor.
Okay.
It's somewhat like a full-time clutch. It's the best way I can describe it. It's got a little bit of give in it,
Okay.
and we're working on to be able to produce a
Sure,
coupling
yeah,
system
Okay.
that'll actually be all billet milled and
Wow.
machined, and it'll have a water pump built into it. I didn't tell you the back engine has an electric water pump,
Okay.
but the
yeah.
new system will have a water pump built into
right.
it. And we'll be able to put 2, maybe 3 or 4 of them together. We're not sure yet.
And that little mechanism there, that's something you guys created in the shop, right?
We had it's the whole part of that's proprietary.
Okay. All right, Gary.
And we had that part of it. I need to mention was done by Gary Grimes at Grimes Engine Shops. He's he's the mastermind of the engines and the coupling mechanism. And he's in the shop right in front of ours.
All right.
We'd like to see under the trunk and see what's.
Sure. Let's look at the trunk while we're here.
See what we in.
Oh yeah. All right. So we're looking straight through the car here at the rest of the running gear.
And then this is a Corvette C6 Z06 transaxle.
Okay.
And it is coupled to a RPM transmissions 4L60 that's been specially built for this car.
Okay.
And we had to widen the quarters on the car on the rear of the car to make room for the Corvette drivetrain because it's all stock Corvette width. And we used American Racing wheels that had a 10.5-inch offset in order to fit everything under there. But we widened the quarters 1 inch, and so if you look closely at the bumper, the quarters actually touching the bumper. On a normal Camaro, there's an inch gap between the bumper and the quarters.
Yeah,
so we've
the
actually
car's
got
wider
the car's wider just in the back.
Just in the back, okay, and then it's.
And we got transmission coolers way up underneath it. It's hard to see, but they pull air from the normal trim gills on the side, which are normally there's no use. These are not functional. But we've got ductwork going in there, so it pulls cool air from that side into the transmission coolers.
Wow, over the top custom build. You know, when you close the trunk and the hood, you'd never know all that's under there.
That's right.
Chip Foose, how are you, sir?
I'm good. Nice to see you, Tim.
Man, good to see you out here at Year One. And I don't think just everybody don't get to come in here and look at all the cars in here.
No, we're in the back warehouse of Year One, where you can't get through the front lobby, let alone get back here.
Oh man, I'm looking at some really cool rides here. There's some movie favorites in here. There's some pretty cool cars back here that Kevin and the guys from Year One have, and. It's pretty cool because not only are they selling the parts, but they eat, sleep, and breathe the passion of these cars. And this is what they're doing. Yeah. They're out here building cars, making sure that their parts fit. Wow. I got a tour through the garage earlier. That's where all the hot rod magic happens back there. Wow, they turn out some really cool stuff up here. And I understand you had a hand in detailing this one up.
Well, this is Kenny Wayne Shepherd's car.
Okay.
And they built the car here at Year One, but I did the graphics on the hood for them.
Get a shot of that there dollar bill. Check that out. Wow.
Stock motor underneath this thing.
I'll bet not. I'll bet it is not. I bet that dude will run, man. The movie cars, the collection and all that, that is not why you're here, is it?
No, it's not.
There is another reason why Chip Foose does this every year. And 12 years running. All right, sir.
The Hot Rod Children's Charity, that's what Kevin started up. And we're able to help out a lot of children's charities, and including mothers who are leaving the hospital that don't have money to buy a car seat. I think Kevin's given over 1,000 car seats to mothers that needed a seat just to get their babies home.
Yeah, man, what you do here is wonderful, man. These people really appreciate it.
And it's a lot of fun. We get to see some really cool cars, some fantastic people, share their automotive passion, and just have a wonderful day.
Yes, sir. The line out there, you're signing, autographing, and drawing up these cars for the kids out there. They love you for it, dude.
Well, thank you very much,
man.
It's
Big fan of the overhauling show too.
Thank you very much.
Now, is the show done?
We stopped filming just about 2 years ago. The network wants to do something else. Bud Brutzman, the producer that put together that show, he and I are brainstorming.
Okay.
We've put a couple pitches together.
Yeah.
We're talking to the network.
All right.
They want to do something, but I've told them that I can't do anything until after the SEMA show.
Okay.
So we're actually going to have a meeting during the SEMA show, talk about what we might possibly do next.
Cool. Now, yeah, you're big into the SEMA thing, man. What kind of build you got coming up for SEMA?
Well, for SEMA right now at the shop, I'm finishing a 71 Mach 1 Mustang.
Okay.
It doesn't even look like a 71 anymore. We put 70 rear quarters on it. We pulled the front wheels forward 7 inches, built a complete concept nose and rear end on it.
Wow.
But we use a 2011 Mustang GT, all of the drivetrain and everything underneath, the complete floor pan and all of the interior, but we modified a few things, and it's going to be a fun build. We'll have that we're debuting there, as well as a 32 5-window coupe that we're debuting.
Nice. Big fan of the 5-window coupes, man.
Yeah.
Those things are awesome, no matter how you build them. Anyways, when you say we, are you talking about the A-team? Are you still with that whole team?
No, actually, the A-team, none of the A-team members worked at my shop.
Okay.
I've always kept my shop and overhauling a separate group.
Oh, okay.
You know, I couldn't do that to my customers at Foose Design.
Okay, gotcha.
And, you know, the difference was I called what we were doing on overhauling, that's a sprint. What we do at Foose Design, that's a marathon.
Gotcha.
And we're treating every piece of that car as if it's a piece of artwork and trying to build the most beautiful pieces of rolling art we can.
So, being an artist like you are, sir, I'm looking at your wheels and I'm going, how do you keep reinventing the wheel? I mean, what do you do? Sit down and draw up a new design once a week? How do you do that? I mean, you keep these fresh designs going, right?
I do a lot of traveling.
Yeah.
And most of my wheel designs come out of my head while I'm on an airplane.
So you're looking at something over in another country one day and go, wheel design. How does that work?
You get inspiration from everything you look at. I can look at just the AC vents on the plane, but the place that I got the most inspiration was back when I was working at Boyd's. And the first time I went to the Henry Ford Museum, they had a China division, just plates and round and stuff. And I'm looking at all these different plates, and I got so much inspiration from not only the plates, but also the early American farm equipment. You know, there's a lot of gears on them.
Yes, sir.
And those gears had different spokes in them and designs. And I think I walked out of that museum with my sketchbook with about 30 new wheel designs when I was working at Boyd's. And one of them that we called the Ninja was the #1 selling Boyd wheel for probably 4 years. And that was just inspired by the Henry Ford Museum.
How about that? All right. Hey, man, spoken like a true artist. All right, Chip.
Thank you.
We appreciate your time, sir.
Thanks for coming out to year one. And
oh, yeah, we enjoyed it, man. Love the people.
Thank you.
All right. Thanks, man.
Take care.
We hope that you enjoyed this episode of Hot Rod Madness. We invite you to get the madness by checking out our Hot Rod Madness website at timthemilkman.com or email us with questions or ideas at randomrides53@gmail.com. From all the crew, thanks for watching Hot Rod Madness.